Hi everybody, this is Trevor Gold with Gold Computing. My Galaxy Note 8 just arrived and I figured this would be the perfect opportunity to perform an unboxing video and provide some of my initial first impressions of the device. Samsung first announced this device at the end of August, and two carriers, Sprint and Verizon, began early shipments of the device a couple days ago, and T-Mobile jumped on board and began early shipments as of last night. So it's important to mention, I think, that all of these shipments are well before the official launch of the device, so that is great to hear. This device ships with a Snapdragon 835 processor, same processor that was displayed in the Samsung Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus. It has a 6.3-inch Super Amoled display with a resolution of 1440 by 2960. Both the front and back panels are protected with Gorilla Glass 5, so that's always good to hear. Helps protect against scratches and minor drops. The device ships with Android version 7.1.1, and it supports micro SD card storage of up to 256 gigabytes. This particular model is the 64 gig variant, and that's about all that's available in the United States. If you were to pick up this device in different markets across the world, you would also have options of 128 all the way up to 256. And this device also ships with 6 gigabytes of RAM, so that's always good to hear. And this is the first Samsung device that ships with a dual camera configuration. One normal camera lens and the other one is a telephoto lens with 2 times optical zoom. So I'm very excited and interested to see how well that particular feature performs. I may perform an more in-depth video in the future after using the device for a couple weeks to get a basic idea of its performance. Well, let's go ahead and start unboxing the device. You'll see on the box here has a very clean type appearance to it. It just has the Note 8 branding. Upper left-hand corner has some Samsung branding, Samsung Galaxy Note 8. At the bottom here we have the 64 gig variant, as again mentioned before. Nothing on the right side of the box. Left side of the box has some T-Mobile branding here at the top, as well as it has the iconic image here of the S Pen, which is what the Note brand has been known for. And this is the Midnight Black model. There's also a silver model, but I prefer black. I believe in different markets of the world there's also a pink version as well as a gold version. Let's go ahead and remove the device from the sleeve here. And you'll see that, again, a very clean type appearance. It just has the Samsung branding on the very front of the box. Left side of the box has nothing at all. Right side has the protective tape over it. Let's go ahead and see if we can cut that open and get access to the box. Okay, and there is the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Let's go ahead and take that out and set that off to the side for now. We'll get back to that in just a minute. And let's see what Samsung includes within the box. We have a T-Mobile SIM card. And we have the sticker that in case you ever need to send your device back for repair, you would need to have that. This is probably the typical information material for the device. Let's see what's in here. Have a T-Mobile welcome start guide, terms and conditions, health and safety information, a terms and conditions return policy, and a how to transfer content to your new Galaxy phone. On the back of it here we have the SIM card ejection tool, so you'll need that to insert your SIM card in a micro SD card. Let's see what else is included within the box. We have the micro USB to USB Type-C converter. Get a close-up of that. It's always good to have more of those. Those are very handy to use with legacy micro USB charging cables. We'll set that to the side. This is a USB connector, and this is used to transfer information from your current or old device to your Galaxy Note 8. Again, very, very handy. And this is the adaptive fast charging brick. It's important to mention all the accessories here are all black. And again, I really like that. I think it gives it a much better appearance than the typical white, which is what they would include in past devices. See what else is included in here. These are the much raved about Akg headphones, branded headphones. You'll see the branding there on those. And this cord is actually braided, and that's actually good because that actually helps the cable from becoming tangled so easily. It's always nice that Samsung includes a nice pair of headphones with their devices. There's the USB charging cable, and this most definitely is USB Type-C as well. Get a close-up of that. There we go. And these are more tips for the headphones for different size ear holes. And lastly in the box, this is the S-Pen tip removal tool with additional S-Pen tips. I've owned just about every Galaxy Note device, and I've never had to use additional S-Pen tips, but nice to know they're there in case they're needed. Let's go ahead and put all that to the side here. Let's bring the Galaxy Note 8 into view. Let's take off the protective cover here, as well as on the back. And there is the Galaxy Note 8. What a beautiful device. Let's go and do a size comparison with the Galaxy S8 Plus. Give sort of a size comparison. You'll see that the Note 8 is a bit taller than the S8 Plus and probably a bit wider, as you can see there. As far as how thick the devices are, I think they're actually very similar. Button placement as well is very similar, as you can see on both devices. Probably same for the power button as well. That's correct, it sure is. So on the left side of the device here, we have the volume rocker, as well as the Bixby button. There we go, good view of that. Turn the device over here on this side. There's the power button. That's all there is on the right side of the device. Top of the device has the SIM tray, as well as where you would insert the micro SD card. Bottom of the device has the microphone jack port, the USB Type-C charging port, the down-facing firing speaker, and the S-Pen. Let's go ahead and eject the S-Pen for a minute. Take a look at that. And you'll see it has some Samsung branding there on the handle of it, which is very common. There's the action button right there. And on the tip of the device, you'll see that the device is, the point is very fine, more so than it was on the Galaxy Note 7. So it should provide for improved writing capabilities, more precise. And the tip of it also clicks like it did before. Let's go ahead and insert that back into the device. Turning the device over, we have the Samsung branding here with Galaxy Note 8. Dual camera configuration there, as mentioned prior. There's the camera flash, the heart rate sensor, and of course the fingerprint sensor, which there's a lot of complaining that it's been placed into the same location as it was on the S8 Plus. Personally, I had no problem with that. I don't have particularly large hands or small hands. I can hold the device comfortably, turn it over, and easily touch that sensor every single time without possibly smearing the camera lens. So maybe someone with smaller hands might have more of an issue than I do. I think it's also important to mention that the corners on the Galaxy Note 8 device, if you look at them, they're much more square, whereas the S8 device, they're more rounded. I do really like the different feel in hand. It feels very much like the Galaxy Note 7 did. I think it provides a much better grip for when holding the phone and then writing on the phone with the S Pen. So I think that lends to a good user experience. I really like the way it feels in hand. Honestly, it's something I missed from the Galaxy Note 7. Of course, we know that device got recalled and everything that happened with that. So I'm very excited to begin using the device. Let's go ahead and power the device on for the first power up and see how that looks. Samsung Galaxy Note 8, powered by Android. The boot animation looks very similar, if not identical, to the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. I'm going to go ahead and skip through all of the setup menus so we can get to the home screen. I'm very interested in seeing how that looks. We're going to skip any of the facial recognition or the fingerprint scanner or iris scanner at the moment. May possibly do that again in a follow-up video. Okay, we're now at the home screen. If we swipe up, we should get the app launcher. There's already a notification to begin transferring information from the old device. I'm not going to do that right now. But there appears to be just one screen of applications. That is very impressive considering most Samsung devices have at least 2 pages of applications baked in, I guess, bloatware. Although the devices are getting more and more streamlined every release. That's quite impressive. I click the Samsung folder here. There's some of their core Samsung apps. If we go back, we go into the T-Mobile folder, and there's just 2. Typically, there's 4 or 5 of those. That's very impressive. Very impressive. Go back to the home screen here. And again, just take one more close-up look at the device. I think I'm going to really enjoy using this device as my main driver for the next couple weeks. And based upon my performance and experience, I may follow up with a more in-depth video. I think I'm going to end the video here. I do appreciate you watching and subscribing, and we'll see you next time.